Guys, how are you doing? I just thought I'd do a quick video really to show you this guy. This is actually a gift from a colleague and friend, Kieran. Thank you very much for this, man. You've probably guessed what it is. I mean, the tape player is, and the joystick and the... Well, I just thought I might as well show you the just the entire plugging. Because, I don't know, some of you might not have a C64 and might not have any interest of acquiring one, but you're just curious. What we have here is all the connectics. This is typical of most computers. All the RGB stuff and TV stuff is at the back. There's a cassette port. And this is user port. I'm not sure exactly. Was it the cartridge? No, this was the extension. I never owned a C64, but my mother used to send me to England a lot when I was a kid. I lived in France, and I didn't speak English at the time, so she had friends in England, and she'd send me to England for a few weeks on holidays. And the kid there, Alan had a Commodore 64, and he was into games as well. So we'd play a lot together. It was a great time. Very fond memories of those friends. So that's my experience of the Commodore 64, and I played a ton of games with it, with him. Hold on. Not the RGB signal. I have an RGB. A SCART lead, so I'm just going to use that right now, because we'll get better picture quality with the SCART. Us Europeans like our SCART. We're going to play this on this Philips VG80 monitor. I did a review of this monitor. It's a really cool monitor, although this one is showing signs of weakness already, but should be fine for the purpose of this video. Now, it's a lot of setting up like that, but usually, you know, when your computer was set up, that was it. You had with your own monitor for it, or TV. Hopefully, actually, not everybody had. Most people I knew had their dedicated monitor or TV for oh yeah, and the joystick port is here on the side, which is actually very convenient. I much prefer joystick ports on this side. Some of them have them here as sort of recessed, but it's kind of awkward. Which one is? I'm gonna try and not get in the way. This is one. Okay. So there you go, all set up. I'm going to leave this here somewhere. I don't know if this works. Hopefully it will. Shouldn't there be a light? There should be a light. Actually, there you go. It's working. I'm gonna move this slightly so you can I'm gonna put this here. Normally, need a place for it. So this is the tape player. Maybe I can angle it slightly so we have a more compact view of what's going on. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, unfortunately I can't do much about the refresh rate here. This is just the way it is. So we're gonna have to do with the flickering. We're gonna load the game. Ha, this is so cool. I love those keys, and the sound they make is just so cool. Anyway, can't remember. Was there? Hello. Oh my. Hello world. Okay, cool. So let's load again. We have here a compilation box again. Now you said he has a few more as well in his attic, but geez, what a compilation this is. I mean, we've got Barbarian, Rampage, Renegade, International Karate Plus, and Super Sprint. They're all top class games actually for the Commodore 64. International Karate I played a lot on the Amiga, and Barbarian was a game I played on the Amstrad CPC. It was the 6128. My friend had. I didn't have one, but a friend of mine had. So we'd meet every Wednesday, every odd Wednesday in each other's place. A friend of mine had a PC Engine and Amiga. I had the MSX and then the Amiga afterwards, and another friend had the Amstrad CPC. So we'd swap, you know, experience in computers. Actually, we'd swap a good bit as well. So I don't know, what are we gonna play? Renegade, Rampage. Okay, this side, Barbarian Part 1 and 2. I can't remember Barbarian. Was there Part 1 and 2? I don't remember Part 1 and 2. Now, you'd rewind, or on your manual, or you had a sheet with you and you'd write where every game started. There's a counter here. Maybe if I bring the... so you have a... Oh, okay. So you have a counter here. It tells you, you know, like most tape recorders. I mean, if you've used a tape recorder, you'd know about that. Actually, if you don't know about tapes, you wouldn't know about that. But you have a counter here, and so Barbarian is on this side, and sometimes you have a few more games on the same side. So you need to know exactly where the counter starts. So you rewind your entire tape, set that to 0, and then fast forward to where the game starts, and then that's how you start the game. So anyway, let's load Barbarian. There was a... Oh, there was a... I need to check the manual. It typically would be in the manual or in the... Actually, does this say here what to do? Spectrum, Amstrad, Commodore. This is the same manual for all these systems. Rampage... Actually, where did it say Commodore starts? 18. Loading, there you go. Press the shift key and the run stop simultaneously. Follow the on-screen instructions. So we're going to do that. So, where is shift and run stop together? Press play on tape. Where? Okay, and I'm gonna keep the video running, but maybe I'll fast forward in the final because this takes a while. This takes a few minutes. Now, jokingly, we say that it used to take, you know, 15 minutes and more, but it's not quite true. I mean, it was just a matter of a few minutes, but a few long minutes when you're eagerly waiting for something. Now, it's found Barbarian. It's telling me there. I found Barbarian. So what do I need to do now at this stage? I think that's it. I just leave it running. Yeah. So there you go. It's loading stuff, and there's a very good video actually that explains what's going on when you get these collars and bars and stuff like that. If you check, I'll put a link somewhere. The Nostalgia Nerd, that explains why all this is happening. All these collars. There's actually a purpose to it. There's a color code telling you it's going okay or it's failing bad. And those tapes are still working. Failure rate on tapes is actually not as bad as the floppy disks, but you know, they don't last forever. So far so good. This is great. This whole computer is working. Okay. Sometimes the developers would actually, there you go, have music on, or graphics, you know, to help you wait. And when you were, you know, when you're a young kid in the 80s, just the fact that something is coming out of your computer, any sound or any graphics, is just awesome. And you'd look at every detail and every color and how it's done. And nowadays we take a lot of things for granted, but you know, back then, just seeing this screen and seeing this, all these graphics and everything. Yeah. 87, that was quite late, wasn't it? I can't remember exactly when the Commodore 64 was made, but yeah, that was so cool to see. And it made you wait, you know, helped you wait as well, and be patient with the game, because you listen to the tune or you reanalyze the graphics for the 15th time. So of course, when you know, when you spend that much time loading a game, you'd play the hell out of it. Of course, games were, you know, harder and probably worse, if we're being honest, than nowadays, where everything is so finely balanced and we have all the resources we want to make games. Back then, you know, the game was a balance of, you know, resources and graphics and everything, but also as a gamer, your loading time was precious. You couldn't just swap games as you wish. So whenever you loaded a game, you played it for a while. Now this is I don't know, we're what, 4 or 5 minutes loading now. Like I said, you know, when you loaded your game, you played it for a while, because you didn't want to have to go through that too many times a day. When floppy disks came out, it was a godsend. It still took some time, but nowhere nowhere nearly as long. I was lucky on the MSX to have the cartridges, which were pretty much instant, you know. I had floppy disks. Most of my games weren't floppies because they weren't exactly legitimate games. But I had tapes. I had a lot of stuff on tapes as well, and it was pretty much the same time, you know, loading time. It took a while. Actually, we're probably 5 minutes now. Still. But having the graphics appear halfway through and the music sort of helps. And this is actually a very quite, because if you've played anything on the Spectrum or the MSX or the Amstrad, I think it was the sound they made was just unreal. This is completely silent on the Commodore 64. Every time the screen turns black, sort of hoping the game will start, but Something happened. There you go. I can stop the tape player. Actually, the tape player stops by itself. Like I said, I never owned an N64, so I'm not used to some of it. That's really cool, actually. Tape player is controlled by the computer. So this is a fighting game. This is, well, I guess one of the ancestor to games like Soul Calibur. I'm using this quick shot joystick that my friend gave me with it. I don't know if it works. I guess we'll find out. Okay, fire works. Is it auto fire on? No, okay. Pressing the button doesn't work, so I need to check out the manual again. Barbarian manual, there you go. Okay, F1 player or 2 player. Music or sound effects. Oh, sorry, this is the function keys. Pause, start game is F7, quit is Q. So there you go, this is the key. So F1 is 1 player. Okay, yeah, when I press the button, the F1. 2 players, 1 player. Okay, fair enough. Music or sound effects? I guess that's music. Remember this? Okay, now we have just sound effects and F7 to start playing. Okay, my joystick isn't working, or maybe I have it in the wrong. So I'm gonna get my ass kicked here. Yeah, I'm not very good. I think that joystick is actually not working. So I'm gonna swap it. I'm gonna get another controller. I'm gonna use an MSX controller here, the joypad. I know that works, and that's a standard Atari type controller. So we're gonna try that. Okay, it would help if I 1 player, actually 2 player. I'm just gonna play against nobody just to get the control. So there you go. That's okay. Back and forth, jump, and roll down. That's cool. Yes, I remember now. You could. Wow. Was that censored in some countries? It might have been. It was a big deal at the time. You could cut the head of the other guy. And this was at the time where Conan the Barbarian was really... was it? Was it? I can't remember. I'm just saying these things, but I can't actually remember. But it was the... was it Commodore and Conan and... I'm not very good at this. It was a cool game, a cool 2-player game though, and it looked quite nice. I love the snakes on the side. It's really cool. But you have one life. That's it. When you lose, you lose. You're done. Doesn't look too bad. I think the I prefer the CPC version, but one player. Oh man, chopped your head. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. This is well, this is how you plug and load and play Commodore 64. I'm gonna spend some time on this game actually and get reacquainted with the controls because I forgot everything. As you can see, it's not as forgiving as modern games, but it's still pretty cool. It was pretty cool at the time. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks very much, Kieran, for the gift, and see you next time.